Teresa, welcome to my channel. If you're new, thank you for joining me, and if you're a regular, thank you for coming back again today. Today I'm going to be doing a transfer technique on the gel plate again today, and this time I'm using laser prints. I get asked an awful lot, can you use home printers to create image transfers? And until I'd had a go, my answer always was, well, I really don't know. I'm not sure if it'll work. I'd only ever tried the technique with glossy magazines. But I have indeed done this technique today using laser prints. This does not work with an inkjet printer. I will say that straight up front. If your home printer is an inkjet printer, this will not work. It has to be a laser print or a photocopier, something that uses a toner cartridge rather than an ink cartridge. I have chosen some images from a website online, which I will leave the link down below for, and have created some bold and graphic prints for you. So I'm just going to get straight on and show you how it's done. Today I'm working on my 8x10 inch Gelli Arts gel printing plate. As you can see, mine's quite well used here. It's discoloured through use of different types of inks and paints and sprays and goodness knows what. Still works perfectly fine though, so no problems there. If you've got a stained plate, don't think that you can't use it, because you can. It's absolutely fine. And the images that I'm using are some that I've printed off the internet. I'll pop the link down below in the description, and so you can go and find them if you want to use them yourself. There's quite a few different ones to choose from, and I've printed them on my laser printer. I've got a Samsung laser printer. I've just printed them onto normal printer copier paper. I've got this image of Frida Kahlo. I've got John Lennon. I have the Joker. And I've got Twiggy. And I like them. They're all very bold, simple, graphic images. And I'm hoping they're going to give me some reasonable results on this technique today. Like all transfer techniques, it can be a little bit hit and miss. I've had good success with glossy magazines in the past, so you know I'm going to see what we're going to get today, but I'm going into this with an open mind because I know that it can be tricky. The paints that I'm using are all going to be DecoArt Americana brand acrylics, and you know I'm going to be using lamp black on all of them, and then I'm going to be using a selection of different colours, possibly some neons, who knows, but I'll let you know what colours I'm using as I go through the process. I will also pop a link up in the corner to one of my previous videos where I did this using the glossy magazines. The technique is exactly the same, but just today we're trying this with laser prints. So I'm going to begin by popping a layer of black paint over my plate. And just using my Ranger rubber brayer just to spread that evenly across the surface. I'm going to take the image of John Lennon and I'm going to pop that face down onto my plate into that black paint. And then just smooth that down into the paint. Make sure you've got no air bubbles in there. And then carefully lift this paper off the surface of the plate. And as we can see here, if this works well, the toner that is on the surface of your paper, if I hold it like that, you can sort of see where the light reflects. The toner ink is stopping this black acrylic paint from going onto this piece of paper. It's resisting it, so leaving you that image on your plate. So now we just need to let that dry before we pop another coat of paint on, and then we can go on to pull the print. So now that seems to be dry, I can sort of put my finger in it, it's not transferring any paint. I'm going to use a couple of these Americana neons. This is Scorching Yellow and Torrid Orange. And we only really need quite a thin layer of paint here. So I'm not going to overdo it. I can always add a little bit more in if I need to. You're looking for a thin, even coating all over the plate, but it should be fairly transparent. I've just got some smooth white cardstock here. Pop that down. And press firmly all over. If you think you need to just press a little bit more, go ahead and do so. And there we have our print. Pretty happy with that, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, it's not absolutely 100% perfect, but that is good enough for me, and really good results considering this is a laser print and not a glossy magazine. I'm just going to clean off my plate. I want to get rid of any traces of paint that may be left on there before I do my next print. And I'm going to be working in exactly the same way for each image. So I shall probably just speed this up because you don't need to see me do this in real time every single time.
Show me what it's like to be circling among the clouds, because without you by my side I would be stuck here on the ground. You're lighting up the way, I can see the road ahead of me. I won't be stumbling in the dark. Your eyes are shining like the stars. I was down until you saved me, until you set me free. My eyes were closed, now I see clear as day, and I just wanted to say that you can take me high. Feels like I can fly. You can take me high. I can see the sun staring at you when you make that smile. I'm moving closer to you now. I can't get close enough somehow. And I was down until you saved me, until you set me free. My eyes were closed, now I see clear as day, and I just wanted to say that you can take me high. Feels like I can fly.
Here are my finished prints. I'm really happy with the results that I've had today. They've come out very clear and a lot better actually than I thought they might have done. I mean, I think this is partly due to the fact that I've chosen very bold designs, very high contrast, black and white graphic images. Anything that's got too much detail starts to become a little bit muddied and blurred if the image is not completely crisp. But for today's purpose of showing you this technique with a laser print, very, very happy with these results, and I do hope that you have a go. The one thing I will say is make sure your plate is in a good condition. I use a baby oil, mineral oil, just something like this on my plate regularly, just to keep it in good condition. And a lot of the manufacturers do actually recommend that. I find sometimes if I haven't used a plate for a long time and it's not been conditioned, it can take 2 or 3 prints before it starts working well. So if you have a go and you don't get perfect results the first time, do it 2 or 3 times and see if you get some improvement, and hopefully you should do. But top tip there is to use some baby oil. Just wipe it over with a cloth before you put it away, basically, and it should help keep the gelatine plate in a good supple condition. So as always, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and do check out the gel printing playlist in the end card if you haven't already done so. Lots of ideas there for different things to do with your plate. But for now, that's all. Bye.
You can take me high. Feels like I can fly. You can take me high. Feels like I can fly.